everyone, welcome to another book review, and I'm actually doing this book review in Thailand. So I know the last one that I did was in Costa Rica, so I am letting you all know that I made it to Thailand safely, so thank you everybody for wishing me safe travels. I'm sorry it took so long, I was just trying to get settled in, but I did finish my book. Now before I get into the book review, I just want to throw it out there and let you all know that if you have any questions about Costa Rica or about Thailand, send me a message. I would love to answer any questions that you have, so ask away, okay? So let's jump into the book review. So first I want to say that I am doing this book review at night, as this was a night vibe kind of book, okay? So it wasn't dark like scary, but mostly everything was happening at night. So the book that I read, as you saw it in the cover, was called The Secret World of Maggie Gray. So the author's name is Granger, and I don't know many books by them, so if you do, let me know. I would love to read more. So I'll just give you a little tidbit about the book, and then I'll tell you what I thought about it. So it's about the main character. Her name is Maggie Gray, and it starts out she's in college. So she had to write kind of like a history report on her family, and the report that she wrote, she read it to the entire class, and she was talking about like how some vampire kidnapped her grandmother and like all this crazy things, and you know, everybody in the class was giggling, laughing, and she was just like, you know, this is just a story that's been passed down to me from I believe it might have been her great grandmother, but she was just saying this was passed down to me, so I'm just sharing it. So at first, like I said, everybody was laughing and she was joking. She didn't take it seriously, but her professor, after listening to the story, gave her an invitation to go to a school, and he said just go there for like extra credit. So at first she thought that it was just like, you know, a night class that she had to go to, so she wasn't really like thinking of it as a big deal. But when she went to the school, she realized it was a whole like night university. So at first people who like looked a little bit weird, but she was just like, you know, whatever about it. But then she noticed that some of the people were mythical creatures. So she has no clue why she's in this, sorry if it's loud, but she has no clue why she is in this university and why her professor recommended her, but there is something secret that is about her that she does not know yet. So we're thinking she has some powers, but we're unsure. So she also meets these other girls that are going to the school as well. One of them is a witch, and the other one is a siren. And then there's another one that's a nymph. So I really like those because, I mean, witches we do hear a lot about, but the sirens and the nymphs, I feel like I haven't read a lot of books about either one of those. So I really did like the author. So I felt like I liked all of her friend characters. They all have their unique like stories and backgrounds. So I feel like the author did a good job with kind of building that character development. Now, I also liked the characters in general because obviously there's more people than just her friends, but there's werewolves that are in there and there's vampires, different things. Felt like the characters that were supposed to be annoying were annoying. The characters that were supposed to be funny were very funny. So I was reading the book just laughing at a lot of the things, that the remarks that the characters would say. So very good job with the characters. You have your love interest, of course. You have your I hate this person, now I love them relationship. So that was good. But I think that what I really liked was the storyline was still a mystery. Like I'm still very intrigued of what is going to happen, and I'm not going to reveal it for you all, but I'm very intrigued into the next book. So I feel like I liked how it ended. Something that I really liked specifically about the sirens. So like I said, I don't know many books that have sirens in them. I would love to read more, so if you have any recommendations, let me know. The sirens were very attractive, and it's like whenever they were speaking with you, you would be in a trance. So you wouldn't even really know what was going on or what they were saying, but it was like a pulse and everything that you would just start feeling. And something else that I liked that they described was you started to feel as if you were by a body of water. So sirens, you know, they're in the water, so you would immediately get the feeling that you were like by the ocean. So that calming, relaxing feeling or that soothing feeling that you feel when you're at the beach, that's the energy that they would bring towards you, and you would just be captivated. So I really like that description of the sirens. I was like, man, I want to be a siren. Like just to be able to, you know, talk to somebody and just immediately have that type of energy of calming them down, or, you know, they're going through the waves in the water like that. I love that. I really like that. Also about the book, just fair warning, it is a little spicy, but it's not heavy. It's not anything crazy or too much, but just fair warning to let everybody know. The thing that I would say that I wish was different was maybe the ages of the characters. So I do understand that this was college. So some of the age ranges probably 18 up until their 20s since they're in college. But since we're talking about Maggie Gray, this is her first year into the college, and she was already in a college before. So I'm assuming that she's on the younger level of being maybe a freshman or a sophomore in college. So there are professors in the book, so not to reveal too much of anything, I just wish that some of the students were a little bit older. That's all. I feel like I had to just kind of put that in my head of like, okay, these are obviously older. So that was something. But other than that, I really did like the book. I would give it an 8 out of 10. I thought that the character development was great. The storyline was really great. There was not a moment that I felt dragged. Everything was kind of at a decent pace within itself. And like I said, I'm very intrigued for the next book. It was still much of a mystery, so it's kind of like a, you know, mythical creature slash murder mystery slash love, you know, lust, hate, relationship type thing. It had it all. It had it all. And again, it was funny. I will tell you about one of the characters that is a cat, and the cat love hearing about the cat in the book. So yeah, so I really did like this book, and I hope you all pick it up and listen to it, read it, and maybe we can talk about it, and then hopefully jump on to the second book and talk about it. But like I said, if you have any questions about Thailand, Costa Rica, just any questions in general, you want to get to know me, I'm here. So please ask away, and I hope you all have a fantastic night. And thank you for listening to my book review. Very quick, but like I said, I enjoyed it. So go grab the book and read it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it too. All right, I will talk to you all later. Bye.